next guest, Dr. Rick Brinkman, actually has the tips that will help you to survive a visit from your family. He's co-author of Dealing with Relatives, Even If You Can't Stand Them. Welcome, Dr. Rick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, why exactly is it so much more difficult to deal with relatives than just any old visitors?
Yeah, there's three special things about relatives. Number one, you didn't choose them. Then another thing that makes a relative exceptionally tough is they're willing to cross a boundary that no one else in your life, not even a really close friend, would cross. And then the third thing is that you have these associations, you know, like you hear a song and it takes you back, or you smell something, you're transported through time. Well, people are associations. I mean, you said how all of a sudden with your brother, and suddenly your mother's telling you about what you guys did when you were 11, and bam, you're just back there. And so you could be a competent adult with great communication skills and coping skills, and suddenly you're in the presence of immediate family. You become a babbling 7-year-old. Okay,
so you classify relatives in 4 categories based on their annoying behaviors. So let's talk a little bit about the martyr.
Let's say your relative's visiting you, and you want to go work out, and all of a sudden the martyr is going to be like, well, that's fine, work out. Just because I give up everything I do when you come to visit doesn't mean you have to do that with me.
This is horrible.
Yeah, it is. It's a guilt trip travel agency.
Okay, let's talk about another category of people you have, the general.
The general. Now, this is a person who's in command. They're going to just take over everything. They think their family is their own personal platoon. I mean, for example, one adult daughter told us that her general mother was actually telling her how to back out of the driveway, controlling every bit of the car experience. And, you know, of course, this woman's been driving for 20 years. And she finally said to the general, well, you know, I appreciate that you care about our safety as a family, and I care about that too. So now they're on the same page with a positive intent. But by having you talking while I'm driving, it's really distracting to our safety.
My mom can be the general.
Really?
Yes, she can be the general. I can see that. And then the last one is the judge.
Oh, the judge. This is oh, are you wearing that outfit again? Don't you think that makes you look a little fat?
That's my mother. When we get back, we're going to talk to Dr. Rick about how to get them to mind their own business. Don't go away.
Next, does a visit from your relatives drive you crazy? Cynthia's got the secrets for staying serene, and she'll share them with you. Then she's starring in a new series and expecting her first.
Welcome back. We are talking with Dr. Rick Brinkman, the author of Dealing with Relatives, Even If You Can't Stand Them. And he's been telling us how to cope with all the different types of difficult relatives that might be in our lives. Well, the ladies are in the audience and they're ready to get some questions. But before we do that, Dr. Rick, can you tell us about the relative known as the meddler?
The meddler, you are. They're kind of common.